Good evening and welcome to the City of San Jose Planning Commission. We're going to go ahead and get started. Please remember to turn off your cell phones. Also, the parking validation machine is at the top of the stairs in the rear there. And with that, I think we'll stand and do a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So it looks like we have all of our planning commissioners here tonight, and I don't know. Yeah. Apologies for the disruption by Commissioner Yesney. If we could go ahead and play the pre-recorded summary of hearing procedures.
Welcome to a meeting of the San Jose Planning Commission. The following is a summary of the Planning Commission's hearing procedures. If you want to address the Commission, please fill out a speaker card located on the table near the audiovisual technician and deposit the completed card in the basket. There are also speaker cards in the back of the chambers and at the side entrance. The procedure for this hearing is as follows. After the staff report, applicants and appellants may make a 5-minute presentation. The chair will call out names on the submitted speaker cards in the order received. As your name is called, please line up in front of the microphone at the front of the chamber. Each speaker will have 2 minutes. Speakers using a translator will have 4 minutes. After the public testimony, the applicant and appellant may make closing remarks for an additional 5 minutes. Planning commissioners may ask questions of the speakers. Response to commissioner questions will not reduce the speaker's time allowance. The public hearing will then be closed, and the Planning Commission will take action on the item. The Planning Commission may request staff to respond to the public testimony, ask staff questions, and discuss the item. If you challenge these land use decisions in court, you may be limited to raising only those issues you or someone else raised at this public hearing or in written correspondence delivered to the city at or prior to the public hearing. The Planning Commission's action on rezonings, pre-zonings, general plan amendments, and code amendments is only advisory to the City Council. The City Council will hold public hearings on these items. Section 20.120.400 of the Municipal Code provides the procedures for legal protests to the City Council on rezonings and pre-zonings. The Planning Commission's action on conditional use permits is appealable to the City Council in accordance with Section 20.100.220 of the Municipal Code. Agendas and a binder of all staff reports have been placed on the table near the door for your convenience. Thank you.
Great. So with that, we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is number 2, public comment. And this is intended for folks to comment on items that are not on the agenda. I do not have any speaker cards in front of me. So unless anyone from the audience wants to come up and speak, we'll move on to the next agenda item, which is deferrals and removals. And there are no items there. So we'll go to number 4, which is the consent calendar. And so the consent calendar, these items are considered to be routine and will be adopted by one motion unless someone would like to pull anything from consent. So with that, I will entertain a motion, or let me see.
Chair.
Commissioner Oliverio.
Chair, do we have any cards from the members of the public on this item? I'd like to make a motion to approve both consent items.
There's a motion to approve and it's by Commissioner Oliverio, a second by Commissioner Yesney. Any discussion on the motion? Okay. Would the maker of the motion or seconder like to speak to their motion?
No, thank you.
All right. Then let's go ahead and vote. All right, motion passes unanimously. Then moving on, there are no items under public hearing, nothing under referrals from the city council. So going on to good and welfare, is there a report from city council?
Thank you, Chair. Yesterday, the City Council took action on 2 land use items. The first item was the Winchester Ranch Mobile Home Park, which the Planning Commission heard on December 4th and recommended approval to the City Council, and the City Council unanimously approved that project. The second item was for the Almaden Corner Hotel, which actually did not come to Planning Commission. This was a site development plan and a parking agreement for development of a hotel, and the council took action unanimously approving that project as well.
Great, thank you. The next item is review and approval of the action minutes. Is there a motion? A motion to approve the minutes by Commissioner Allen. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Caballero. Any discussion on the motion? All right, let's go ahead and vote. The motion passes unanimously. So moving on to item C, is there anything to report on subcommittee formation reports and outstanding business? Seeing none, anything under D, commission calendar and study session. Looks like we do have a study session scheduled for 129. I believe it's on parking. Anything to say on this?
Yes, thank you, Chair. So this study session, actually, we're very excited to have this scheduled. The city has worked with the Urban Land Institute to bring a technical assistant panel to the city to start to study the issue of parking management and changing parking requirements for the city. This panel will be here on January 28th and 29th, and they will be presenting their final report and recommendations at the study session on the 29th.
Great, thank you. And then the last item on the agenda is the public record. Yep. Anyone have anything that they'd like to add? All right, then the meeting is adjourned.